Okay, we're good. What's up, guys? It's Ben, bShawReacts. Welcome back to the channel. We are working on Tool Undertow album at the moment. Just kind of jamming out and listening to different songs and seeing what they're going to bring to the table. Um, so far, I'm really digging the Tool stuff that I've heard. A couple of songs more than others, but for the most part, it's all been pretty legit. So I'm not gonna talk your face off. I'm just gonna get into it. Just keep in mind Patreon, Instagram, all that stuff. You know all the socials, guys. I've got all of it. So just look Shaw Reacts. You'll find it out there, or in the description below. You'll see some links to my socials and stuff. So appreciate if you guys want to come check all that out with me. Um, there's some benefits to it and things like that. You'll see if you click on it. But all right, here we go. First song is going to be called "Crawl Away." Um, I don't know. Album has been kind of heavy, so we'll see what happens. All right.
Crawled away from me, slipped away from me. Tried to keep her home, but there was nothing I could say. Slid away from me, crept away from me. Tried to keep it down, but there was nothing I could say. What you try to say, you don't wanna play. What you want and what you need don't mean that much to me. I can't see your back and turning. If I could, I'd step on that Crawled away from me, slipped away from me. Tried to keep her home, but there was nothing I could say. Slid away from me.
All right. All right. All right. Hold up. We're halfway through. I'm gonna back it up a little bit. Um, First off, as far as like the song itself, the guitar work is awesome. Um, it's a catchy riff. It's very in your face. Um, I'm kind of digging it. It still has that bass drum, bass guitar, driving factor to it. I feel like those two things are kind of like driving this whole song. The what's the word I'm looking for? Basically like the pulse. That's the word. It's the pulse of the song is very like strong. Um, was Maynard like really like angry during this time in his early part of his career. It seems like all of the lyrics, almost on every song that I've heard so far, is some sort of like anger involved. I mean, he's talking about stabbing someone in the back with a knife if he could, you know, like I can see your back is turning. If I could, I'd stick the knife in. Like he's pretty pissed. Love crawled away from me, slipped away from me. Um, so he's talking about a love gone wrong, or something happened, right? Crawled away from me, slipped away from me, tried to keep a hold, but there's nothing I could say. So yeah, basically they're leaving regardless of what you say, and you're not exactly happy about it. So um yeah, but I mean he just seems so angry, man. Golly. Hopefully as the albums go, this that'll change some. Maybe we'll get some different content as far as the songs and what's to come. So we'll see. All right, let's go back in.
Man, try to keep it home, but there was nothing I could say. Slid away from me, drift away from me. Tried to keep it down, but there was nothing I could say. What you try to say, you don't wanna play. What you want and what you need don't mean that much to me. I can see your back and turning. If I could, I'd step back now. This is love. This is love. This is my love for you. 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 This is my
All right, calm down. Whew. Yeah, that song was I think the back half of it was a little bit more intense than even the first half. Um I don't know. I mean, it sounds great. Like the crunchiness, the heaviness is there. Um Lyrically, I just can't. I don't know if I can't just get past it, or if maybe just because it's so prominent, he just feels so damn angry. Like, and I guess he probably was during that time. Um, I got a comment before Um, Someone had mentioned to me that he had a really troubled childhood, like growing up, that he was raised, I think they said Catholic, and that faith was kind of like pushed on him, religion, so to speak. But that doesn't feel like a religious song at all. I'm just saying that he was brought up into a tumultuous like life as far as just the way he was raised. And then I also read recently that his mother was handicapped in some way or disabled, and basically she was like super super holy, holy roller into religion and things, and he just I think he had had enough. He got aggravated with her and was like, why do you have so much faith in such a false thing that's not it doesn't do you any good. It hasn't done you any good. Um I mean, look, that's when you start talking about personal beliefs and things like that, it gets kind of dicey for me even. People don't typically like to discuss politics or religion. I think that everybody kind of knows that that's the two things you just kind of stay away from, and you shouldn't really talk about um, out in the public like this. But the way I see it is like I think to each their own, right? Everyone has the right to believe in what they want to believe in, however they want to believe, whether if that is to not believe in anything, um, or if it is to believe in everything. So it goes either way. It's not my place to judge what somebody believes. If that's what he felt compelled to write about, then that's what he felt like that he wanted to write about. Um, I don't know. So I'm not gonna like go into that whole spiel about all that. I'm just saying that he just seems very angry. But the guitar work is great. The bass is obviously I love the bass parts. And then the drumming, come on. So yeah, that's a pretty legit track. All right, so Swamp Song is next. Let's see what this one's about. I like that. Mhm. Yeah, so, um, as far as, what I think, just first time listener, um, yeah, there's definitely some anger issues going on. Uh, so this is basically like, from what I'm catching anyways, he says the bog is thick and easy to get lost in because you're a dumb and belligerent fucker. I hope it sucks you down. Well, my warning meant nothing. You're dancing in quicksand. Why don't you watch where you're wandering, right? Why don't you watch where you're stumbling? You're wading knee deep, going in, and you may never come back again. This bog is thick and easy to get lost in because you're stupid and belligerent. Um, so I mean, what I'm picking up from this. I hope it sucks. I hope it sucks you down. Uh, he's basically saying like I've warned you, I've told you what's going to happen. If you do the thing it is that you're doing, whatever that thing may be. I don't know if he's talking about drugs or some sort of belief or whatever. I mean, it's obvious that it's something, but whatever it is that you're stumbling into and stumbling in, um, and he says you're belligerent, right? You're dumb and belligerent. So he's saying that if you do what I told you not to do, you did it anyway, then it's your own damn fault. Live in it. It's your bed. You made it. Lay in it. It's that type of feeling. That's what I'm picking up. I may be completely off, but that's what I'm picking up. Um, so I don't know. Um, I got the song meanings pulled up in the background. I haven't looked at them yet. I just Googled them and put them up there so we could look at them at the end after we listen to the songs. Because Maynard's got a lot of stuff that he released, and far as lyrics, I think are a little bit harder for us to hear them one time and be able to decipher exactly what I'm listening to, or what the true meaning to the song is. So I would prefer to, at the end of the songs, to go look up what the actual meanings were so that I can kind of have an idea of what I listened to, and what it was that I listened to, so that as I move through the albums, I'm not lost in his train of thought of where he was in the times that he was writing these things. Because if it's just me trying to give my account to what I'm hearing, it could be completely different than what he was trying to portray throughout the album. And then I missed the whole point of an album because I'm thinking that it's one thing when it was totally something else. So I prefer to look it up at the end and just get a little more knowledge about what lyric I just listened to see if I'm even anywhere close to being remotely close to what he meant to be saying whenever he was saying it. Because we all interpret things differently. So I don't know. That's just how I'm going to do it. And it's just what it's gonna be. So let's just keep going, and then we'll go check out the song meanings before we end the reaction. Here we go.
Wondering, no one even invited you and you still stumbling, suffocate, suffocate. Why don't you get away? Wandering around will get you in. No one even invited you and you still stumbling, suffocate, suffocate. Why don't you get out while you can?
Okay. Whoa. All right. Okay. So, yeah, that sounds like that's gonna be fun. Um, give me 1 second. All right. I need to look at. I think his name's Paul, the bassist. Adam, Daniel, Maynard, Paul. So when did Paul, or should I say why? If you guys want to answer this for me, that would be great. And if not, then I don't get the answer before we end this album, then I'll just go look it up myself. But I'm just kind of curious why Paul wound up leaving the band and then they went with Justin. I'm not saying that Justin's not valid in being in the band because obviously he is, but so far, I mean, the bass playing from what I'm hearing on the EP and on Opiate and on this, Paul did a killer job. So I'm just curious, why Paul decided to leave the band if that was ever even kind of discussed or not. Just curiosity. But okay, so let's go look at song meanings. We got "Crawl Away," which is what the first one that we did, and then "Swamp Song." Let's see what "Crawl Away" was about, real quick. I'll try and be quick about this. Um, Tool's "Crawl Away" is raw, aggressive track. The song explores the raw, ugly human emotions that emerge when a person realizes they are being abandoned by a significant other or close confidant. Okay, so the pain of abandonment, the opening lines detail the anguish of a partner slipping and creeping away. The narrator states, I tried to keep a hold, but hmm, but there was nothing I could say, highlighting the helplessness felt when someone decides to leave and cannot be convinced to stay. Rejection and apathy as the departing partner establishes boundaries. You don't want to play, okay? The narrator's heartbreak swiftly turns into bitter apathy. The line, but you want and what you need doesn't mean fuck to me, serves as an emotional defense mechanism to mask the pain. Fair enough. The stick the knife metaphor, right? I remember that. You were turning your back, something about turning your back, sticking the knife in. So let's see the most aggressive line in the song because I can see your back is turning. If I could, I'd stick the knife in. Is not meant to be literal. Rather, it expresses a visceral, vindictive desire to hurt the other person the way the narrator has been hurt. The context of Undertow appearing on Tool's 1993 debut full length album Undertow, the track serves as an unflinching look at the darker side of human psychology. Rather than leaning into the poetic mysticism Tool became known for later in their career. Okay. Crawl Away delivers a direct, heavy hitting exploration of codependency and vengeful despair. Yeah, I could see that vibe. Yeah, so when I break down the lyrics, I remember, him saying that what you need and what you want doesn't mean anything to me. I remember the back and the knife. If you could put it in, he would. Um, Yeah, so are you crawling away? Yeah, so yeah, okay, all that makes sense. So let's move on. Swamp Song, Tool lyrics. Let's see. The meaning of the lyrics can be broken down into a few central themes. Okay, the quicksand metaphor. The swamp or bog represents self-destructive behavior, such as drug addiction, toxic relationships, or just engaging in ignorant. Okay, ignorant and agnostic behavior. Unsolicited trouble, Maynard James Keenan highlights the frustrating reality of warning someone about the consequences of their actions only for them to ignore the warnings and stumble into the swamp anyway. It's exactly what I said. Damn, I was spot on with this one. Contempt and apathy. I mean, he kind of made it to where you couldn't be anything but spot on because I mean, the lyric was all pretty lyrical. And what he was saying is exactly what he was saying. So the lyrics reflect pure frustration with belligerent people who complain about their lives but refuse to take responsibility. Rather than feeling sorry for them, the song expresses an angry desire to let them face the consequences of their own choices. Word. All right, I'm not reading all the rest of that to you guys. You get the point. I get the point. Hmm, wow. Okay, so deep context as far as lyrical content on both songs. I think. Again, the anger I feel angry listening to these songs. They just feel angry. I almost want to say that I feel like in listening to these, it makes me feel like I have high blood pressure. Uh, um, like I can feel it in my cheeks. My cheeks are getting warm because I'm like, it's tensing me up. So yeah, that's what I would say. I mean, just very angsty, angry, very just ugh. I can feel a level of disgust just growing as I'm listening to these songs. Um, they're great songs. I mean, they sound good. I like the way the guitar work is in there. I like the bassist. Drums, obviously, drums are kick ass. And then lyrically, I'm still kind of out there on lyrics. Like, I don't know if it's because of the context of what he's saying. Um, I'm not typically into like really, really harsh lyrics like that. I mean, I like rock music. I like, stuff like this. I like the sound of it. But the angsty, like hate the world type lyrics, I'm just not into that stuff. Like, it's just not it's just not my jam. I wasn't, I don't know. I didn't listen to stuff like that growing as I was growing with my rock and stuff that I was listening to was a little bit different. Um, I mean, I'm just thinking like I'm trying to describe and I can't really do it. I was gonna say like, the type of music that I listened to growing up, but again, it's the Soundgarden, the Pearl Jam, um, just different bands like that they were kind of mainstream, and then they had their offside where it wasn't all mainstream as well. Yeah, I don't know. I guess if I think about it, all of it comes from some sort of angsty, angry feeling. Maybe it morphed at some point into a different feeling. I'm not sure. Huh. Now it's got me thinking. See, that's what Tool does. It makes you think. All right. Well, listen. I have a lot more that I still have yet to react to. That I have planned to react to. So, it's coming. It's just gonna take a little while, and I appreciate you guys for taking this journey with me. I understand that sometimes listening to songs that aren't, the popular songs. I call them the B side. Um, it may not be B side stuff, but typically you've got your major big hitters of the band, and then you have the ones that are like people who are fans, real fans of the band, are gonna like those songs. But then the people who kind of jump on the train for a little while and then jump off, they don't really listen to the B side. So that's kind of what we're doing. This is a deep dive into the band and the things that they wrote. So it may not be the heavy hitters that some people may not be into these songs as much, but personally, I like looking into songs like this just because it gives you a whole different set of meaning and who the band was. You start to learn them as people, as more than just a band, right? You start learning names and what those people believed in, and you start to pick up different patterns. which I like. That's the part of it that I like the most. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for being here. Yeah, I'm trying to make my reactions just a little bit shorter because I tend to put 35, 45 an hour into every one. And yeah, that takes a lot. So, anyways, I don't know. I hope you appreciate the reaction, and I hope you enjoyed it. You know, if not, just don't tell anybody. Okay, cool. All right, you guys take care. I'll see you on the next one.